and welcome back to Tea Time in Paris. Today I'm going to show you the best place in Paris to get some gifts and souvenirs for the men in your life. This is actually a very special week because we're celebrating both our wedding anniversary and my husband's birthday, which happened to be around the same time frame. So we're going to get a shirt made for my husband, and then we're going out for dinner in the evening at the Ritz. Stay tuned. Have you ever looked at French guys on the streets, especially in business areas, and wondered why they all look so good in their white shirts? Well, the place I'm going to is their best kept secret. It's called Charvet. Although it's really not that much of a secret anymore because they've got some pretty high profile international clients like Sofia Coppola, who is famously a fan of Charvet shirts. Their first floor shop area is a little bit old-fashioned, but it's the kind of old-fashioned that takes you back to a time when men would still wear pocket squares and they would dress their children in cute little bow ties. These little cufflink balls are literally the wardrobe staple for a lot of Frenchmen. My husband literally has a box of them lying around in the house. And these are, I think they're called cummerbund for the waist, you know, when they wear tux. They have these like in every possible pattern and color. I love these. And then we've got these belts here. They are actually like really commonly seen in like a lot of French guys' wardrobe. They just have a ton of these belts. They all look the same and they just have them in different color to match their ties. And this is what I noticed about like the French dress code as well, especially in the office or business setting. There's not a lot of variety. Like everybody kind of dresses the same, but they look good. And high-end umbrellas are another one of my obsessions recently. I started getting into them, especially the ones that are made of like one long wooden stick. The main kind of stem of the umbrella is made of one piece of wood instead of like metal or two pieces of wood joined together. Like this one is, you can see it's one long piece of wood. I'll probably make a whole other video just on umbrellas a bit later. So getting a shirt made at Charvet is an experience entirely on its own. On this particular day, we had an appointment made with one of the specialists on the second floor of the shop. So the elevator takes you up to the second floor. It opens up to an entire floor with walls and walls of fabric. Like, this is not just 50 shades of gray. This is like much more than 50 shades of every color. It's like I don't know how many shades of white. Like, it's just entire wall of white, and every shade of white is of course ever so slightly different. And what's really fascinating is that this is not just a family-owned business that stood the test of time. Their entire history is kind of emblematic of France and intertwined with history. They were one of the first shops to kind of set up their boutique in Place Vendôme, even before many of the fine jewelry houses started setting up shops there. And Place Vendôme is, of course, known today as the place to get high-end jewelry. And when in the 19th century, wearing white shirts became really popular. Charvet was kind of the place to go to. Paris was the place to go to get white shirts. And some of their former clients included Winston Churchill, Charles de Gaulle, whom the Paris airport is named after, JF Kennedy as well as Sofia Coppola, who are both wearing a Charvet shirt in this picture, were both clients. Having a semi-bespoke shirt made at Charvet will run you about north of 600 euros and will take quite a few weeks for the shirt to be ready. But it is worth every penny from what I heard from my husband anyways. Something about how the fit, how it curves along the back, and they will talk about the stitches per inch, and I don't really understand all of that, but well, the men seem to like it. One of the fun things about getting a shirt made is, of course, choosing the right color for yourself from a wall of what looks like 50 different color types. Don't worry, the experts at Charvet are there to help you choose just the right one for you. And in the evening, we have dinner reservations at the Ritz. We didn't book the 3 Michelin star one because we've already tried it a couple years earlier, and it's just way too formal for us this year. We kind of prefer something a little bit more casual. So we booked the one at Bar Vendôme, which is a slightly more casual setting. And it's, of course, an occasion for me to bring my Birkin 30 out to dinner. I don't usually get to wear it a lot. I definitely don't wear it to work. I don't know if any of you have the same kind of feeling. The Birkin 30 or 35 just attracts too much attention when you wear it, and if I'm in a crowded area, I kind of worry about it bumping into people. So I usually just reserve it for occasions like this, when I'm just like getting into a cab and getting out of cab and walking into a nice place. And of course, my Birkin deserves a special chair for itself. The food was, of course, good. It's the Ritz, and I like how it's very casual, very kind of everyday food, not too overwhelming. The best part is, of course, dessert.
Délicieuse sauce au chocolat, le millefeuille vanille, notre macaron à la clémentine, c'est en fait un trompe-l'œil, puisque nous avons une dacquoise, un biscuit dacquoise avec une mousse et une marmelade de clémentine. Et voilà, le financier est un trompe-l'œil.
It was honestly really difficult to choose, but we picked the clementine macaron and then the blueberry cheesecake here. Both were really good. So it's after dinner, we're walking to the Bar Hemingway, which is at the back of the Ritz. You have to pass through this long hallway, which is a really pretty place. And you can kind of look at the different shop windows, and I think they purposely kind of staged the shops to for you to look at, basically. Oh, this one looks very familiar. It's a very cute children's clothing shop. It was in one of my previous videos in the Le Bon Marché Christmas marketplace video, where they had a sort of like a pop-up space in the Christmas market. I just generally love how empty the hallway is. You can just take a lot of time to appreciate and admire these very nice window displays. And there's finally no line outside of Bar Hemingway. And this is one of my favorite places in Paris. I highly recommend you try it when you are next in Paris. It's a very cozy kind of oak paneled bar where I think it's named Bar Hemingway because Hemingway used to come here. And their menu is kind of in the format of a newspaper. And this is one of the only places in Paris where the waiters would just greet you in English almost automatically. I don't know if this is a pro or a con for people visiting Paris.
Est-ce que vous souhaitez partager une assiette de table?
And I love how you get a rose with your drink. Only for the ladies though.
Sorry.
That concludes our night out, and my Birkin needs to go to bed and get its beauty sleep, and so do I. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe.